Today we're doing a steering rack on this beautiful Honda Civic Hatchback. It's an old SI. I don't know if this one's been on the channel before, but this belongs to that guy. Yeah. Y'all want to see how messed up this steering rack is? It's pretty good. Say it's a little bit messed up. Boots torn on the bellow, leaking out of the inside of the rack on both sides. So what do you say? Let's knock this thing out, huh, dude? Oh! Just had to do some limbo under the car. Whoa. That works too. What does it look like? 17s? I don't know, they're covered in grease. You have new outers, right? So you can't do this on aluminum knuckles, but on the steel ones, on tie rods, ball joints and stuff like that, sometimes it's easier than using a pickle fork. I don't always like to use a pickle fork because you'll ruin the boot a lot of times. It'll rip. Even if you're careful, sometimes you still wind up damaging it. We're not reusing these, but whatever. I like to grab a nice dead blow, smack it right here, and see if we can get it to pop. Just like that. Let's go film that. Leave it run. I want to hear it. No, I heard it, but I want to pop it. It's quieting up, dude.
Self-clearancing engine. No, that's that cam, bro. That's that cam heating up. Yeah. I bet you there's no oil getting into that freaking, because when they pulled the cam, they didn't clear out the oil passages.
It sounds like it's on this bank.
Sounds like it's on this bank.
Well, the
the
screeching noise sounds like this side.
I'm on this side. Yeah. That sounds like it's dead center.
Poor thing. Well, get him a good price on a motor. Back to our regular programming here. So it looks like we got a couple mount bolts that hold it in. There's like a D-link right here on this side with two 14 mils, and then a pair of big 17s that mounted to the subframe there. Two lines. And let's go ahead and just drain the fluid out of it right now, and then we'll worry about getting into the inside of the car for the clamp bolt. I will say, 2 thumbs up to Harbor Freight. This little kit with the caps and the plugs, on point. Saves me a lot of messes and a lot of headache. I use it a lot on AC stuff when you got, lines off. Plug them up real nice with the silicone plug so you don't contaminate the system too much. It's one of those flare nut crow's feet. That's what you need for shit like this. Had an emergency organization side quest that had to be completed. My oxygen sensor set showed up, so I gotta organize these real quick. It's just this one poor socket though, dude. He has nowhere to go. He has no home. Makes me sad. I would do steering racks all day long if I didn't have to do this part. All right, let's see if this will shimmy out of here without dropping the cross member. I think we still got a line hooked up on here, actually. This guy. Yeah? Good for that little tight area back there to get this off. Still think back to the first day that everyone told me this ratchet was stupid. With the bent handle. I don't know, man. It looks pretty perfect to me right there. Does it not? Fit in there absolutely perfect? Well, it's loose, but I mean, if I take the inner tie rod off this side, maybe, but then repeating the process in reverse means I have to disassemble your brand new steering rack. I think we have to lower the cross member a little bit.
Good rack?
Yeah. That dropped a little bit. Yeah, it's a little late in the day now. I don't. Anytime I got one of those hydraulic fittings like that where it's like affixed to the chassis or the engine and it also goes to the rack, I try to get those started first while I can still move shit around. So every now and then you'll get them where the line maybe gets tweaked a little bit when you pull the stuff out, or the aftermarket part just doesn't fit quite right, or they got paint in the threads when they remand it, and sometimes those fittings will want to cross thread, or you'll fight them for hours and hours trying to get it right. So I always just get those started first because it's like cheap insurance, you know. It's quicker to just do it that way than it is to fight with it later down the road when it's not wanting to go back together. And now this one I'm not as concerned as that other one because I can jiggle this line and it's easy to get to, so I can get it started just like that. The ones I don't understand are the ones that are like this, but then they have an O-ring down in the bottom. Okay, keep in mind it's not going to be perfect because obviously there's still a lot of suspension bushings under there that are not so good. But yeah, but it should drive decently straight for now and at least not wear out your tires.
Give it, that's all, folks.